yesterday afternoon, we had the opening ceremony for the celebration of INBAR's 25th anniversary and the second Global Bamboo and Rattan Congress. We try to promote the bamboo and rattan nature-based solutions for sustainable development and promote the action of sustainability bamboo for plastics to build a clean and a beautiful world. INBAR has already had 25 years, and we try to further promote the health and sustainable development of the bamboo and rubber industry. So equipment is very important for the overall bamboo industry. So now the International Center for Bamboo and Rattan is holding the session 2.4 on equipment R&D and intelligent manufacturing. We try to explore new development models. We hope that the manufacturers can be the key driving force for the development of the bamboo industry. We hope that with our joint efforts, we can modernize the equipment for the bamboo industry. I would like to introduce the participants. We have with us Madam Yang Shuyan, the Secretary General of the industry, and also Lu Bin. And we also have with us Mr. Zhang Wei from Chinese Academy of Forestry. So now also I would like to introduce Lin Jinchang from Longfu Technology Company and Lu Xiangxi, and from China FOMA Machinery Group, Mr. Hu Debiao. Also, we have the Dongguan company, Mr. Ma Tongquan, and also from Fujian, Madam Huang Lingling. From Simon Robotics, Mr. Liu Wenzhe. From Shizhou Pingshe Intelligent Company, Mr. Zhong Yiwei. From Zhonglin Xinzhen Development Company, Mr. Kong Xiangtao. From Beijing Forestry University, Mr. Li Wenbin. From Nanjing Forestry University, Mr. Zhou Hongping. From Northeast University of Forestry, Mr. Liu Jiuqing. And from Fujian Academy of Forestry, Mr. Huang Yunpeng. And from Zhejiang Academy of Forestry, Mr. Zhang Jian. And from the Forestry Industry Planning Institute, Mr. Zhang Zhongchao. From Tsinghua University, Mr. Wang Shuang. From Inner Mongolia Agriculture University, Mr. Yao Lihong. And I am from China Bamboo Industry Association, Wang Xiaohuan. And today, we also have with us the members from the China Bamboo Industry Association. Also, we have the friends from the media. Now here, on behalf of the China Institute of Bamboo, China Association for the Bamboo Industry, I would like to welcome all of you for attending the forum today. So first of all, let's invite Madam Yang Shuyan to give us opening remarks. So Zhang Wei and experts and friends from the equipment sector, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
First of all, on behalf of China Bamboo Industry Association, I would like to offer my congratulations on the successful opening of the parallel meeting on equipment and intelligent manufacturing as part of BRC 2022. I would like to thank all the supporters for your interest in the bamboo industry. Thank you for your support and great initiatives. For the association, the China Bamboo Industry Association and its subcommittee on equipment and manufacturing have made a lot of preparation. They worked overnight to include this topic into this very important Congress, the second Bamboo and Rattan Congress. So it's a very rare opportunity. I hope everybody can seize the opportunity to discuss the challenges we face and joining our efforts together to do R&D to develop user-friendly machinery and equipment to achieve the modernization and mechanization of the bamboo industry. Thank you, Secretary General Yang, for attending our meeting. And thank you for your interest and support. Next, I would like to invite Li Bin, professor from the Research Institute of Wood Industry of the Chinese Academy of Forestry, to speak. Secretary General Yang, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm really delighted today to meet you here in person as well as virtually for the second Bamboo and Rattan Congress and its parallel meeting on equipment and manufacturing. On behalf of the China Bamboo Industry Association and its committee on equipment and manufacturing, and also the China Academy of Forestry and its Institute of Wood Industry Research, I would like to congratulate on INBAR for its 25th anniversary. I would also like to thank all the members supporting our initiatives. Thank you. The party's 20th National Congress recently concluded. It called for a new development paradigm, achieving high quality growth, developing and building a modernized industrial system with a focus on equipment development to make China a powerhouse of highly sophisticated and intelligent manufacturing. China is a country with a large endowment of bamboo resources. We also have a very large bamboo industry. However, the machinery for processing bamboos are not so advanced, and the demand is huge for new machinery. This is a challenge we need to overcome in order to accelerate the machinery development. The China Bamboo Industry Association established a committee on equipment and machinery, aiming to support its members with good services, promoting technical exchanges, providing information, encouraging and fostering innovation, facilitating trade and business deals. All this aim at promoting the industry of bamboos by providing intellectual support as well as tangible activities. For this parallel meeting, we hope to achieve the following goals. This meeting is on the equipment and the machinery. For an industry to grow, machinery is really important. It's the underpinning aspect of an industry. Advanced and modern and intelligent manufacturing processes rely on equipment and machinery. And compared with other sectors of the wood and the forestry industry, I think we are still lagging behind in the bamboo industry sector in terms of the sophistication of equipment. So we need to deal with that. The committee and the association need to rally around its members to focus on equipment that is most in need And we also need to aim at improve the sophistication of our equipment. We do use some equipment and machinery, but they are quite rudimentary. They are quite crude, especially in comparison with the machinery used in other industrial sectors. They are not so efficient. Their capacity is quite low, and they look quite ugly. And thirdly, we need to promote intelligent manufacturing, which is characterized by automation and consistent and ongoing manufacturing without any stoppages. All these are for reducing carbon emission and saving energy and improving quality and improving efficiency and saving labor and reducing labor intensity. So this is very important direction. That's what our committee is aiming at as we go forward, implementing our work plan. These are our priorities. So for the Equipment and Machinery Committee, under the leadership of the China Bamboo Industry Association, we can serve as a platform to engage in information exchange, linking the government with businesses, creating an enabling environment for the commercialization of technologies. So we can turn these R&Ds into real productive forces. We can even export them to other countries by facilitating trade. To conclude, I want to say again that I wish you a very productive session. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to make opening remarks. Thank you for supporting our work. The committee is going to fully implement the guidelines to do its work. We have two parts. First, presentation, then discussion on the annual work report. The first presenter is Zhang Wei from the Chinese Academy of Forestry. It's Wood Research Institute. He is going to talk about technical innovation in machinery in the bamboo industry. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The topic I'm going to address is the development of machinery for bamboo industry. I will talk about the demands and the current situation and some recommendations. Bamboos are renewable, they are green, they are low carbon, they are fast growing, they are biodegradable. They are widely found in the world, and there are 1,600 varieties of bamboos. China has 20% of the world's bamboo forests. President Xi Jinping mentioned that we need to develop deep processing for bamboos, making bamboo more useful and more versatile, contributing to the environmental and climate agenda. And at this year's International Global Development Conference, China made a commitment
So currently, the forestry, we have also the administration for forestry is now it has released the special opinions to promote the forestry industry, And for the bamboo equipment industry, there are 10 different kinds of trends. First of all, we need to have the coordinated innovation of different products and equipment. At the very beginning, we have the bamboo flooring, the bamboo plywood, and now we are having more than 100 different kinds of products. They are very new one. And as the bamboo manufacturers are segmented, so the demand is getting increasingly diversified, and we need to have the key technologies. And also because the plant forests are scattered in different regions and the manual labor intensity is very high. Therefore, we also need to increase the utilization of the intelligent manufacturing and to increase the production efficiency. And let's look at the other countries. Japan, pay attention to the equipment and also the bamboo forest operation conditions, and they have researched and developed the machineries and can have the integrated operation of different works. As to the transportation of the muscle bamboo, the mountain transit transportation machines can play a very important role, and because this kind of track rail will not be affected by different land shapes and slopes or the quality of the soils. And the Zhejiang University of Forestry and the Zhejiang University of Forestry and Agriculture and Nanjing Forestry University and a number of other universities have done the R&D of different machines. And also the Fujian Academy of Forestry Sciences have also done experiment on the development of the new transportation machines. And the Chinese Academy of Forestry, and they have also proposed the methods of the drone transportation. And we have also done a lot of experiment concerning the drone or UAV transportation, and also the mechanized transportation of the bamboos. So we have also developed the technologies, different technologies for the logging of the bamboos at different degrees of the slopes. And we have used different kind of methods to transport and to log or cut the bamboos on the different degrees of the slopes. And the Dongguan Jiahang company worked with the Chinese Academy of Forestry and the International Bamboo and the Rattan Center. And we have also developed this kind of new cutting machine as is demonstrated by the slide here. And Chinese Academy of Forestry, together with the Baiyuan company in Shandong province, we have also tried to develop this kind of transportation vehicles, and it can do different kinds of operations on the mountain. And in Hunan, Yiyang, it developed the automatic dragging machine. We have also established the classification methods for the bamboos. And so for the plantation operation, this is being called the primary production of the bamboo, and the processing of the bamboo materials in the factory is called the secondary production of the bamboo materials. But how can we integrate the primary and secondary production and try to increase the income of the farmers? This is something that we also need to further draw on. So the bamboos, they also carry the special culture of a Chinese nation. So we will try to produce different furnitures indoor in order to better embody the culture of the Chinese nation. And in order to produce better furnitures indoor, we have tried different kind of processes in terms of modification of the properties of the bamboos and also cutting, etc. So we have also speed up the independent innovation of the bamboo materials, and we tried to produce the bamboo materials of the different lengths. And we have also successfully produced the bamboo materials of more than 2,000 millimeters. And based on that, we need to further improve the continuous production and automatic production. And we have also tried to update the recombined bamboos and integrated bamboo materials. And so a lot of the research work have already been done in order to further realize the continuous production of the recombined bamboo materials. And also the machinery and the technologies for the bamboo product production have also been boosted by the national government. So during the 14th five-year plan, we have already the specific plan from the national government to try to promote the application of the wood materials of the structures in the residential buildings. And we shall also further promote the substitution of the plastics with the bamboo. As people are changing their lifestyle, the plastic materials are polluting the environment. So we need the safe and controllable and green product. For example, we can have the bamboo straw, and for the bamboo straw production plan, so now we are trying to realize the automatic production of the bamboo straw. And also we are producing the bamboo spoons and forks. And with that, we hope that we can try to improve the strength of these products.
Making proper use of residues, we can turn them into particles as fuels to contribute to heat and thermal purposes. And it can also be made into gardening materials like soil and ground coverings. Traditional bamboo weaving techniques are being lost because they are very specialized, and it's also labor intensive, and the production time is very long. So how we can develop new equipment to make bamboo weaving easier and less labor intensive? There has been a lot of innovation in that regard. In Nanping City in Fujian province, they are regarded as the hometown of bamboo products. So the forestry administration in Nanping City is supporting an initiative to develop high quality products by improving the technical processes of bamboo weaving. And Zhejiang Anji County is also taking a similar initiative. This is one of China's regions where the bamboo industry is most developed. This county realized very early that bamboos are declining in prices. However, the labor cost is rising. So using human labors to harvest bamboos is very expensive. So the bamboo county forestry administration is working together with a Beijing-based company to develop machinery for harvesting bamboos. My recommendations, we hope that the government can play a leading role to coordinate the development of R&D across the value chain, covering upstream and midstream. In machinery development, the government can provide some subsidies and incentives because this is not a very profitable sector so far. So the investment into R&D of bamboo machinery is quite lacking. So it suggests the government and industrial associations and research institutes can all come together to support this initiative to raise the technical sophistication of bamboo machineries. And secondly, innovating the processes because we have to consider the complex landscapes and climate conditions. And also we need to think about the affordability, because if the machinery is too expensive, the farmers will not be able to buy them. So we need to think about the economic of these new machineries and consider economic viability, and also make the processes more user-friendly. To conclude, I suggest that we need to develop coherent standards for the whole industry, from the upstream to the downstream. Now it's not really so coherent, and we need to develop standards, especially by applying standardized practices and requirements in key forestry regions of bamboos and state-owned bamboo forestry parks. I would like to conclude by thanking INBAR and the China Bamboo Industry Association and its Committee on Machineries. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Zhang Wei. And you mentioned the needs for machinery development and R&D, focusing on harvesting and processing and prefabricating of bamboo materials. And you also highlighted Fujian, Nanping, and Zhejiang, Anji as two case studies, giving us a lot of good suggestions and recommendations. Very informative. Next, the second speaker, Professor Zhang Wenfu from Zhejiang Academy of Forestry. He's going to talk about the development and discussion of bamboo forestry and primary processing mechanization in Zhejiang province. Can you see the slides? Okay. I want to thank the organization committee for giving me this opportunity to report to you what we've been doing. I'm Zhang Wenfu from the Zhejiang Academy of Forestry. I will talk about the bamboo forestry, micro and small industrial parks. The bamboo industry has the primary and secondary and tertiary sectors. The primary is the plantation of bamboos, and a secondary sector is the processing, and a third tertiary sector is tourism based on bamboos. And Zhejiang province has 1,422 moves of bamboo forest. And in terms of production value, in 2020, China's bamboo industry contributed to 320 billion RMB, up 11.27%. Zhejiang province used to be the #1 province in terms of bamboo industry revenue, but now it's being overpassed by 2 other provinces as a result of rising labor cost and the lower level of mechanization. Because the bamboo industry labor is very intensive, and so many workers have chosen to leave this industry. For the primary sector of the bamboo industry, for the preliminary processing, it's not so efficient, it's energy intensive, it causes some pollution, and the low level of mechanization is also quite obvious, and lots of small processing companies were shut down. For example, since 2010, Anji County closed down 327 processing companies, and Nongyo County shut down 70 companies. So the harvesting and processing of bamboos reduces dramatically as a result of closing down of the companies, and their bamboos are not utilized, and they are also a fire hazard. And also these bamboo forests are not well managed because the businesses are shut down. So they are degrading, they cause ecological problems. And we, in response, developed a plan to develop small and micro industrial parks for the bamboo industry. And these are the policy papers from Zhejiang province. There is a plan going from 2021 to 2030, covering the intensive and large-scale and mechanized harvesting and processing of bamboos in the province. This aims to help us address the challenges we are facing now. So how can we bring these three pieces together? Forest plantation and harvesting and processing, and put them together into one small park. That's what we are trying to do. So I will talk about how we are developing the small and micro industrial parks for bamboos. In 1959, China's leadership already mentioned the importance of mechanization. That's the solution to agriculture. Bamboo is part of the agriculture sector in its broader sense. So mechanization is also very important to bamboo. And for crop production, they are using a lot of mechanization. Mechanization is used in land preparation, in seed broadcasts, in field management, in harvesting. And for the bamboo industry, we are also trying to use mechanization in the bamboo forest management, and also harvesting, transportation, and preliminary processing. So how can we do this in bamboo forests? Here you see a piece of machinery which can save a lot of labor in terms of land preparation and fertilizer application. This is another piece of machine which can prepare and manage the land in the bamboo forest. It's very efficient. This is a weeding machine. It can be fueled by batteries as well as by gasoline, so it's very efficient. It can reduce weeds very efficiently. And also, there's another piece of machinery which is a very long hand machinery for reaching to the top of a bamboo tree. This is what we have developed. It can go as high as 8 meters. This is for treating a byproduct of the bamboos. If it's not removed, it's going to affect the future growth of bamboos shoots. So it needs to be pulverized. Another piece of machine, another aspect is develop multi-purpose machineries. So we can have one piece of machine that can do multiple things.
So you can see this is the traditional logging or cutting machine, and its efficiency is not very good. And currently we're having this kind of saw, and its efficiency is much higher. And So we have the 4 to 6 people to work in one team, and the working efficiency is very high. And so this kind of cutting shear is very efficient, but we still need to make further improvements. Now I would like to talk about the transportation of the bamboo materials. In the past, we had the laborers primarily to do the road. Also, we had the rails and the tracks. But because the labor intensity is so high and the cost is very high to have the manual carrying, so we are now having the tracks. So you can see that in Anji and in a lot of other regions, we are now having the tracks to transport the bamboo materials down the mountain, and also the transportation of the pesticide. So these are the pictures by some enterprises. So you can see this is the transportation of the bamboo roots. Also, we are having also the transportation of the ropeway or the cables. And this cable transportation has also been applied in different regions and also is very efficient. And this is the collection transportation vehicles. And so at the foot of the mountain, we need these kind of collection machines to do the transportation. And in Shaoxing, in Zhejiang province, and one company has already realized the transportation using different kinds of automatic machines. And after the transportation, the raw processing of the bamboo materials can be important. For the crude processing, we will try to improve the machineries according to different needs. And you can see from this picture, traditionally we need the manual or the labor work, but recently we cooperated with a company in Anji, and in Zhejiang we have the massive application and promotion of these processing machines, and this has dramatically reduced the labor cost and increased the efficiency. And so these machines is the graining, is the grounding machine. And with the advanced machines, we can also have the automatic grounding. So just now I introduced the different machineries and equipments. And now let's talk about the industrial park for the bamboo industry. For different aspects of the industrial chain of the bamboo industry, we think the logging, transportation, and decomposition is important for the industrial park. And so for the industrial park construction, we need to meet the local needs. For example, if the local industry needs the for example, need the bamboo weaved products, then we provide the relevant materials for the weaving of the bamboo materials. And for example, I would like to give an example. Actually, the different bamboo materials can be made into the bamboo knives, forks, and furnitures, and also chopsticks, etc. So based on different products, we have different demands for the equipment. In the past, we have the machineries for the general purposes, but in the future, we will develop we will try to do the R&D of the integrated machineries for the production of different products. So for the construction of the industrial park, first of all, this park need to purchase the set of the machineries, and secondly, to train the talents and the special, the people with the special skills. and also develop the relevant rules and regulations. And so in Zhejiang province, recently we have developed the small and micro industrial parks. And these small and micro parks, that they are away from the residential region, and the dust and the noise pollution is very small, and it produced the less wastewater. And this small industrial park is usually very close to the bamboo forest, so the transportation is more convenient and the relevant cost is also lower. For the construction of the small and the micro industrial parks, we are now trying to come up with the overall plan for its construction. It covers, for example, the identification of the technical solution and to identify the relevant machineries and equipment, and to purchase more automatic equipment and machineries. So we have done a lot of pre-phase work, and recently with Anji and Longquan, we are cooperating with these companies to try to build up the small and micro industrial parks locally. And in Longquan and Qingyuan, in these different regions, we try to build a batch of the small and micro industrial parks for the bamboo industry. So finally, I would like to introduce our teams. We have the innovation team for intelligent equipment, especially for bamboo products. In terms of the cultivation of the bamboos, we have 5 experts. For processing, we have 7 experts, and for equipment, we have 6 experts. So in different areas, we have the experts and special researchers. For our team, we have established 7 platforms, including 4 national ones and 2 provincial ones. So now I would like to introduce the work of the innovation park that we are doing. And this innovation park was approved in June 2021 last year. And currently we are in the phase of building this innovation park. And we hope that we can improve the innovative technologies for forestry industry. And so we hope that by the 2025, we will establish 4 different bases for the innovation for the forestry and grassland industry. And we have established the Research Institute for the equipment for forestry and grassland. And this is a plant map, and the previous picture was also the construction site. Also in 2022, we will hold the China Yongkang International Forestry and the Agriculture Equipment Expo, and I welcome you to attend our expo in 2022, that is this year. Also in Zhejiang province, we have also implemented we try to establish a base for the innovative machineries and equipment for the forestry industry. So for our team, we have also conducted the verification for the innovative machineries and equipments. So this is my introduction. Thank you very much. So thank you, Zhang Wenfu, for your introduction. And just now, you introduced the small and micro industrial park for the bamboo industry. And I think this is very important. And indeed, we need the wisdom of the leaders as well as the efforts of several generations. And I wish you can realize your goal in developing your innovation base. Now, we would like to invite the next speaker, the Vice General Manager of Fujian Zhicheng Intelligent Agriculture Equipment, Madam Wang Lingling. She will give us the presentation on development and application of a bamboo transportation machinery in mountainous areas of Fujian province. Welcome. So please share with us the full screen, please. Full screen, please. So distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Wang Lingling from the Fujian Zhicheng Intelligent Agriculture Equipment Corporation Limited. It is a great honor for me to attend the BARC 2022. Today, I would like to talk about the development and application of bamboo transportation machinery in mountainous areas in Fujian. So first of all, a brief introduction of our company. Our company was established in 2012 with an area of 260 mu. So it is it integrates the agriculture machinery and efficient composite fertilizer and biotechnology. It is located in Fujian Shaxian Jinggu Industrial Park. And the major product of our company includes mountain track conveyor, and Caterpillar pastoral management machine, and we have more than 100 sales outlets. We have cooperated with different universities and research institutes, and we have the 6 animal husbandry production lines, and with more than 300 employees and 50 professional technicians. We are the largest agriculture machinery producer in Fujian. It is also a leader in Fujian in this area, and we enjoy very good fame in this industry. So this is a brief introduction of our company. Our company's workshop or factory covers about 90,000 square meters. This is our research center. This is our R&D center, inspection workshop, and lab. This is the finished product and equipment commissioning workshop. So we have 157 patents. For our company, we have got the support from leaders at various levels. Sun Chunlan from the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee has visited our company, and the Vice Minister of Agriculture has also visited our company. So these are the rewards of our company. Now, I would like to introduce the background of our products. The forest coverage rate of Fujian is 66%, ranking #1 in China for 43 years. And in our province, so we have more than 18 million mu, with 60 million mu of muscle bamboo. We have more than 200 bamboo species every year, and our output of a bamboo is more than 1 billion pieces. Our company is also located in mountainous areas, and so Fujian is an area with very strong forest coverage. And in our city, the forest coverage is more than 70%. So for our company, we think that to develop the machinery, so we can develop the machinery, we can develop the bamboo industry better with more advanced machinery.
So we want to bring the revenue of China of the bamboo industry beyond 700 billion RMB by 2025. And by 2035, the target is 1 trillion. In order to achieve these very ambitious goals, we need to develop new models, new business models, and we also need to pay particular attention to equipment and machinery China has the world's largest bamboo reserves. We have 7.2 million hectares of bamboo forests, and annual production of bamboo materials is 470 million tons. And here you see three charts. The first chart is about the size of bamboo forests in major provinces in China. Second is bamboo shoot production. And third one is bamboo floors production by provinces. From the three charts, we can see that Fujian province indeed has lots of resources. We are also the largest producer in China of bamboo shoots and bamboo floors. So with so much bamboo being used, how are they brought out of the mountains? How are they transported? And it's a hilly and a mountainous area, so most of the transportation relies on human labor. They are carried by human beings on their shoulders. However, this is very labor intensive and exhausting, and also given the aging of the rural population, given the rising demand for bamboo products, given the rapid expansion of the capacity for processing, this is indeed a dilemma. Most of Fujian province bamboo forests are in the mountains. The traditional way of transportation, using human labor to carry manually the bamboos out of mountains, it's time wasting and consuming and labor intensive. So we have to change that crude way of transportation, reduce labor intensity and lower the cost of transportation. The solution is mechanization in the mountainous regions. So my company did a lot of research and R&D. We studied prior technical solutions, and we developed our unique track rail solution for transporting bamboo poles and bamboo shoots out of the mountains. So you see a picture of the tram cars. It's based on railway system with a 4.7 kilowatts diesel gasoline engine as its driver. It can control its speed when going downhill. And at the end of the railway, there is automatic suspension device. It's very compact. It does not take up too much land, and it's very flexible. It can be used in a lot of settings. These are the technical parameters. So it's monorail, and it's autonomous without human operators. And it can be used in a lot of settings, bamboo forests and tea plantations and many other settings. And it's easy to maintain and repair. And it's really very safe. It's light and compact. It can do a lot of maneuvers, going up hills, going down, and it does not take up land. You don't have to take a lot of land to install it, and it does not cause soil degradation and soil erosion. And it's unmanned. You don't have to equip it with a human operator. There are automatic solutions at the terminals, and you don't have to cut down trees to make room for it. It can also be used in a lot of topographies, rocks, farmlands, dunes, and forest land, very environmental friendly. Here, I would like to share with you three case studies to show how this equipment can be installed This is in Yong'an Xiangping village, installing 30 machines like this, using machines to replace human labor, overcoming the very steep land formation. Previously, a person could only carry 1 or 2 bamboo poles on one trip, and for a day, only 30 to 50 poles were carried, and the cost was 1,000 RMB per person. And using this, we can carry 600 bamboo poles, and the cost is minimal. This is another application used in plantation for producing and growing rare trees, rare plants. Previously, they had to use 18 workers. Each worker cost 200 RMB. And so at most, only 3,800 plants could be carried. But now with installation, you only have to have 2 people on site. It can carry 15,000 trees, and the cost was only 500 RMB. And this is an application in Chongqing Fengjie in orchard. So in harvest season, previously you had to use 8 people, 300 per person a day. Only 2,000 were harvested and carried out. But now it can harvest 10,000 kilos a day, and the cost is minimal, only 50 to 60 RMB a day as fuel cost. So you can see the difference. The difference is huge. After installing the equipment, we save human labor, save a lot of cost, and 10,000 kilos of fruit can be transported, and the cost is minimal. You only have to pay for the fuels. So we can do a very brief cost-effective analysis. For 100 moons of forest of bamboos, you install 1 machine with a track of 250 meters long. The cost is 68,000 RMB as upfront cost. You can recover the cost basically in 2 harvesting seasons. And also we offer financial solutions to reduce the burden of upfront cost. This is how it's installed. For this monotruck rail, it can also be used in other aspects in pig farms because of biohazard. We need to guard against the African swine fever, reducing human contact, so we can use this. And we see another application in which this solution is installed in a grapefruit orchard. And also the third picture shows how this is used on a tea tree plantation. And it can also be used to transport boats, transport plants, flowers, and it can also be used in building subways, towers. It's been sold nationally, with many provinces being our customers. These provinces tend to be provinces with a hilly geographic landscape. With the support of the government, we are further expanding the sales network. The R&D team are developing new capabilities. So as we are doing R&D, we are trying to achieve higher parameters in terms of safety and the slopeness of transportation and the load capacity. For example, for the fuels we use, we previously used gasoline. Now we can use diesel and also other energy sources. Previously, it was only monorail. Now it can be 2 trucks and even 3 trucks. The load capacity, it used to be 300 kilos only. Now it's 1,500 kilos to up to 4,000 kilograms. And you can do automatic gear shifting instead of manually shifting gears. So from these cases, you can see that for the solution, it started as a solution for bamboo forests. Now it's being used in tea plantations and orchards and many other settings. The growing technical capabilities we are developing cannot be achieved without the support from research institutes. We have a long-term partnership with the Fujian Provincial Academy of Forestry. We signed an MOU in 2018. In 2019, we jointly organized a training session, and we also jointly participated in conferences, and also the standard development involved a lot of joint efforts. This is a standard document, standards in forestry industry. So we have contributed to the standard development, and our products have been certified by the Ministry of Agriculture. And this certificate means that we are able to promote your products. The buyers of these products enjoy subsidies from the central government, so they are in a better position to afford our products with such subsidies. This is another product we have developed. This is also a transporter. It's also able numerically controlled and very efficient with a very large capacity, work very well in a muddy landscape. So the parameters is maximum load is 1.5 ton. This is a product from multiple perspectives. Okay, so much for the product. I would like to conclude by saying that President Xi Jinping mentioned in the 20th CPC National Congress that we need to upgrade our efforts to protect the environment, including the mountains, the forests, the water bodies, the farmlands and lakes and the grasslands and dunes. So our machines, our products will find a very good applications in this policy direction. So much for me. I will stop here. This is my WeChat. Please scan my WeChat and add me. Thank you. Thank you. This is the 10th anniversary of the company. Is to make a company leading producer of machinery with lots of patents being granted to you. That's very impressive, especially for the equipment you highlighted in your presentation, the transporter. It changes our way of transportation of bamboos, very modern.
So I think the bamboo industry will be more automatic and will be more based on the advanced machinery. So thank you very much, Madam Wang, for your introduction once again. So now, the Q&A for these three speakers probably we will have them offline. And as to the questions raised from the online participants, and we have already noticed the questions from the chat box, and we have already noticed that we have already know your questions, but we will contact you maybe later after the meeting. So now we will invite Zhang Wei to chair the next part of the session, that is the annual meeting of the Bamboo Industry Equipment Branch of China Bamboo Industrial Association. Now we will come to the second part of the session today. We will invite Wang Xiaohuan, the Secretary General of the Bamboo Industrial Equipment Branch, China Bamboo Industry Association, to give us the annual work report 2022 of a Bamboo Industrial Equipment Branch. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, so good morning. Now, I would like to give the annual work report 2022 of a Bamboo Industrial Equipment Branch of China Bamboo Industry Association. First of all, I would like to give you a brief introduction of our Bamboo Industrial Equipment Branch. So today I would like to first of all talk about our field survey and innovative development. So with the survey, we can better understand the real situations, and with the survey results, we can come up with more appropriate suggestions. Therefore, the Bamboo Industrial Equipment Branch this year had a field survey in 20 research institutes, industrial parks, and the enterprises in Anji, Yongkang in Zhejiang Province, and also Jinzhai in Anhui Province, in Nanping and Fujian Province. We had a special survey on the bamboo equipment status quo. We try to understand the strategy of the nation on the equipment for grassland and forestry industry of the nation. And we also understood the implementation of the industry of the national strategies. And we also have released a survey report of the modernization of the bamboo equipment in Nanping. And in our survey, so we have also promoted or publicized the development policy of the bamboo industry equipment status quo and market potential. We also analyzed how we can better upgrade the bamboo machineries, and we have also promoted the core value, the value which is beyond the profit making. We have advocated all these different concepts for 50 members, the institute members and individual members of our branch. According to our survey results, at the same time, we also considered the negative impact of COVID-19 pandemic. For our branch, on one hand, we further innovated our management. We have proposed a very detailed work plan of the secretariat of the branch, And from the slide, you can see we have been very specific to the person in charge for different work in this chart. At the same time, we have also innovated the management of the members. So we cover the up and middle and downstream of this industry, and we try to integrate the whole industrial chain and to try to find the right pathway for the development of the bamboo industry. And in this next step, we will better analyze the feedbacks of the members and try to improve our overall work plan. And we will try to get the pinpoints in terms of the domestic and international market, and also the standard system and a number of the other areas. This picture shows our field survey in practice. At the same time, I also would like to congratulate some of our institutional members for their rewards. For example, Longzhu Science and Technology Group, and this company has been selected as the national grain factory. And also, we have the Hangzhou Suoshi Bamboo Furniture Company. In 2022, it coordinated the Ministry of Commerce and offered the training sessions for Agadore's furniture, bamboo furniture manufacturing. So I think we try to nurture some national brands with our efforts so that we can make contributions to the better utilization of the bamboo resources home and abroad. And secondly, we try to make breakthroughs in difficulties, especially in the science and technology. So in 2021, a number of the national authorities have jointly released a guiding document to upgrade the industrial innovation, and it encourages the enterprises to strengthen their R&D and the promotion of the refined processing technology and primary processing technologies, etc., to make the production more automatic and intelligent and continuous. And also these guiding documents also encourages the R&D and the promotion of high performance bamboo machineries, including the transportation machineries and sensors, etc. So our branch support all these companies in their R&D efforts in these areas, and we support them to have a special project on that. In January this year, Academician Zhao Chunjiang led a special team to verify the new products of a number of the companies in their automatic shearing scissor. And our result is these equipment has been at the international level. And in June this year, led by the Longzhu Science and Technology Corporation Limited, together with the Fujian Academy of Forestry and the Chinese Academy of Forestry, and also International Center for Bamboo and Rattans, we have established a special project for the intelligent and automatic processing key technology and equipment R&D with a total capital of 4 million RMB, and also the financial subsidy or the subsidy from the central government of 1 million. And in June this year, there is another project on the intelligent manufacturing of the wood furniture with a total capital input of 5 million. And in March of this year, Fujian Dushi Wood Company Limited, that is the institutional member of our branch, it had another project that is the efficient utilization of a bamboo and also the intelligent processing technology. And this project has been verified and verified by the Nanping Science and Technology Bureau, and this project developed the sensing technology and the digital control technology, etc., and developed 3 different new technology products. And in June this year, under the guidance of the International Center of Bamboo and Rattan, the Chinese Academy of Forestry and Fujian Academy of Forestry, the experts of Fujian had conducted the drone transportation experiment. So this is the first kind of experiment or the efforts to use drones or UAV to have automatic or mechanic cutting and transportation of mossel bamboo. And China Foma Machinery Company provided a production line with the capacity of 200,000 cubic meters. And this production line was put into production in Hongyuan Corporation Limited Company. And also the Sanming Dishi Robot Science and Technology Company also developed the intelligent technology to have more advanced identification of the defects. And for our branch, with the joint efforts of different institutional members, we have made a lot of efforts to promote the technical improvement and innovation. Now, I would like to talk about the establishment of the platform and also the industrial system. And I would like to thank our institutional members for their support. At the end of last year, when we established the branch, we proposed that the bamboo industry needed to establish an industrial chain, and we hope that with that we can further promote the high quality development of the bamboo industry. So for that purpose, our branch this year has done several major works. We try to guide several companies to develop towards producing more integrated product. In May this year, the Timber Industry Research Institute of Chinese Academy of Forestry established a bamboo timber mechanical expert workstation to be engaged in R&D and the promotion work of advanced machinery for the processing and the production of bamboo and timber materials. And also in August this year, the branch went to Jinzhai County in Anhui Province and visited the local industries. In August, also in August this year, we also grant the Nanping the title of the China Bamboo Machinery Industrial Base, and also the Zhongfu Haixia Development Corporation Limited, together with the Fujian Academy of Forestry, co-established the Fujian Forestry Intelligent Equipment R&D Center.
So I will outline my report for you, highlighting the activities we have been implementing in the last month. For example, in September 2022, we proposed the standard system for bamboo machinery, and we have submitted 20 standards for the consideration by the National Standardization Committee to consider adopting them as formal standards. Now, 2 of the standards have already been accepted for further study. The equipment and the machinery in the bamboo industry is going to play very important roles in promoting the development of the industry. The next aspect of my presentation about our work report is human resource development. The bamboo industry has already become a major driver of rural revitalization in bamboo producing areas. And human resources are very important in bringing out the potentials of this industry. So we have taken initiatives to develop talent programs. We have established 5 teams and with 26 members to be technical personnel to support the bamboo farmers. And we have received instructions and sent our technical experts to the counties to help the local businesses address their technical challenges. And also the committee is now considering admitting individual members and providing them with information services. Another very important aspect of our work is providing subsidies and incentives. We are doing advocacy to make bamboo machineries eligible for the national program for subsidizing agricultural machinery purchase. We are also doing a lot of media appearances. The national TV station last year had a special coverage on our machinery for bamboo cutting. It's a scissor-like machinery. It's highlighted at the national TV station, enabling the general public to understand how much potential this new machinery is in raising farmers' incomes and improving efficiency. And we are going to do further media promotion of our machineries, including the transportation machinery, the monorail transportation machinery. Thank you. That's my presentation of our work report for this year. Thank you for your attention. I would like to thank you for your support. I look forward to your further support. Thank you. Thank you, Secretary General of the committee, for reporting to us your work since your inception last year in November. The committee has been doing a lot of work, has taken a lot of initiatives, and you've visited many producing regions and provinces. You are a bridge between businesses and the industry association. In the interest of time, I would like to invite 3 speakers to comment on the report. First, Song Yu, a member of the committee. This company focuses on producing bamboo straws to replace plastic straws. Good morning. It's my great pleasure to attend this industry association's annual meeting. I would like to talk about our views on how we can develop the bamboo industry. We think the bamboo industry needs to be more large scale for every category of products. And certainly We also need to use the products to drive the expansion of the bamboo plantation business. We need to forecast the size of the market, especially the products with very good value for cost profiles. We need to develop them in a large scale. And for that purpose, that means we need to also make the production and the supply of machineries happening on a larger scale. Otherwise, it will not be supported. Our focus is on replacing plastics with bamboos. The competition comes down to price. So that means we need to bring down the cost of bamboo products so that they are as low as plastics. However, to do that, we need to have good machinery. Only by having machinery and large scale of production can we achieve a lower cost for bamboo products so that they are able to replace very cheap plastics. For machinery for bamboo industry, we need to make the machinery integrated instead of producing and developing single pieces of machinery. We need to present the customers with integrated solution, integrating all the different functions, especially with a very holistic design covering storage, logistics, testing, packaging, and ERP. All this should be integrated into this solution, not just the hardware equipment. Everything needs to be clearly defined as part of a solution so that the customers will have a very clear view about where they are heading in 5 or 10 years' time. I think that's something we need to work towards. Very high level, holistically designed, integrated solution. Maybe the customers don't want them now, but I think they are going to need it sooner or later. It should be specialized. It should be integrated. It's a holistic solution instead of different pieces put together. We need to incorporate storage logistics into the solution. We need to be the system integrator. We, as equipment manufacturer, needs to transform our roles so that we can become an integrator instead of just producing and manufacturing equipment. This will reduce the cost to the customers because our ultimate goal is to lower the cost of bamboo products so that bamboo products are cheap enough to compete with very cheap plastics. Okay, I think that's all. Okay. From Nanjing Forest University, Professor Guo Hongqing. He is a highly regarded professor, winning a lot of national awards for R&D. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Li. Thank you, Secretary General. Thank you, Chair. I would like to applaud the Bamboo Industry Association and its Committee on Machinery for organizing this meeting. I'm very much informed and inspired by what I have heard this morning. We are trying to achieve low carbon, and bamboo offers a lot of potential in that regard. And that means for machineries and equipment, we need to keep up with this growing demand and trend. For Nanjing Forest University, we very early had some professors, Professor Zhang, for example, dedicated to the machinery development to make bamboo materials more versatile. We also have a school of machinery at our university. In the 1980s, this school already began developing specific machineries for bamboo materials, especially processing equipment. So far, for the equipment and machinery, I think there are already a lot of them. We see a lot of diversity in the available machinery. So it's quite encouraging. So far, the development, just now we heard from a lot of businesses, they have presented their inventions, their machineries and equipment, very inspiring. I learned a lot from them. As I mentioned, for my university, we also did some research and R&D on bamboo equipment. The bamboo market needs to be nurtured. It's a whole process, harvesting, plantation, harvesting, transportation, and processing, and manufacturing. Most of the machinery have been developed for processing purposes. So for the plantation and harvesting of bamboos, the machinery is not so well developed. So we need to really catch up on that. And also for bamboo protection, crop protection, we are very strong in crop protection machinery. We can also apply our expertise in crop protection to bamboo protection by offering pest control solutions. We also develop machinery for seeding bamboos. And I also see lots of machineries developed for harvesting, for example, addressing some of the needs. About 7 or 8 years ago, we developed jointly with business in Anji County to develop bamboo breaking and bamboo slicing and bamboo softening equipment. Bamboo slicing, bamboo softening. We were quite early in developing this machinery. Now we are delighted to see many businesses have been adopting these technologies, and they are developing their own solutions. For my university, we do have a team of professors who are now developing machinery for surface treatment and surface coating and painting of bamboo products as part of the deep processing of bamboo materials. We want to contribute to this industry. And also for me, as a personal note, just now I heard from Ms. Wang, who mentioned standard development. They are participating in standardization of equipment. Coincidentally, I was also involved in that too. I'm a chair of one of the standardization committees. So I'm here to serve you. I'm going to be all ears listening to your views on standardization. If you have good technologies, we are ready to support you to make them into standards. Thank you. Thank you. Next, I would like to invite another speaker from the National Center of Laboratory for Testing of Bamboo Materials. Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak. And here, I would like to say a few words about what we can do in the future to support the development of the industry. We have ambitious goals. The government has set very ambitious goals for the bamboo industry, which is aligned with our carbon targets, carbon peaking and carbon neutrality. The bamboo industry plays a very important role in achieving the carbon agenda of China. However, that relies on equipment, automation, and perpetual operation without stoppage. All these are very important. So just now we heard from the speakers. We also heard from the business executives. Their reports bring us into awareness about what's going on in this aspect. Yes, indeed, for equipment making, a lot of new ground has been covered. New equipment is being developed. Now we even have standards. The speakers come from mostly bamboo-rich countries. For my university, my laboratory, it's located in northeastern China, where you don't find so many bamboos. However, we did have the opportunity to participate in bamboo-related research projects. I worked with some of you here, for example, for machinery, equipment automation. I think we have conducted cross-disciplinary, interdisciplinary joint research with you, with other provinces. And also in my province, Heilongjiang province, there is a business. It's developing processing technique for sympodia bamboos. That's focus of our research effort now. So I hope that the industry association and the committee will support us in our R&D of processing techniques for sympodia bamboos. We also want to contribute. I especially admire Secretary General, and also I applaud your effort in supporting farmers' livelihoods for rural rejuvenation. I think the industry and the committee have done a lot of substantive work. I'm especially impressed by the transportation machine developed by Ms. Wang's company to replace manual labor of transportation with very efficient, cost-effective monorail transportation system. And it's also very beneficial to the farmers and for other provinces. If we can implement this solution, if we can make this transportation machinery widely adopted, I think the industry will be greatly boosted. And I also applaud your effort in participating in standard making. We also want to play a role in that. Even though I'm from a region where you don't really have lots of bamboos. So I'm from northeastern China. Even though we are not a major bamboo producing region in China, we also want to contribute. We also want to contribute to a variety of initiatives, including human resource development. The Northeastern University is located in northeastern China. It's very famous for its strengths in R&D. So I really look forward to your participation. In the interest of time, so much for this session. As a result of pandemic, we have not yet held any in-person meetings or activities so far. But still we make use of the virtual meetings to collect your views. Going forward, we are going to launch a report on the development of China's bamboo industry machinery. We are now already collecting data and information to prepare for the drafting of this report. I believe with the efforts of all members, we can make a difference in the industry. Thank you. Thank you for your work to our work. Thank you for support.